Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are going up against my friend PvPSteve, so as usual I will link his YouTube channel in the description down below if you want to go ahead and follow him or if you want to go watch his content. I'm not sure if he'll have these videos, he didn't say if he was recording, he might. But either way, go watch his content because he makes high quality content. And let's help get him to 1,000 subscribers. So he definitely deserves it. But either way, his team is going to be Driftblim, Poliwrath, Bronzong, Steelix, Alolan, Marowak, and Mawile. And my team will be Steelix, Poliwrath, Slowbro, Dusclops, Alolan, Marowak, and Mawile. Now, I was originally planning on making this video about Slowbro, but I didn't really use Slowbro, to be honest, that much. I think I used it once in these battles, and Slowbro is, I think, a really good confusion user in this format because Poliwrath is basically going to be on everyone's team, so if you switch in, it doesn't matter what moveset they have, Power Punch, Dynamic Punch, Hydro Pump, Ice Punch. It doesn't matter, Mud Shot, Bubble, doesn't matter, Slowbro is going to resist everything, besides Mud Shot, but that doesn't do a lot of damage anyway. But whereas like Bronzong, well, Dynamic Punch is still going to hit for super effective damage. So I was going to talk about Slowbro more than I did, but I did battle Shagness, and those videos will probably be up tomorrow, and I did use Slowbro a little bit more, and we had some epic battles as well. But either way, against Steve, he does hit us with the Bulldoze, and that's going to be the end of my Mawile. So not looking good for me in these battles. Now he has his Bronzong, and I could have gotten off a Dynamic Punch, but I wanted to, I don't know, I wanted to farm it down and have energy for his last Pokemon, but I didn't think there was going to be a way to pull out of that one. So he does go ahead and win game one of these battles. So really fun games against Steve. So for the next game, we actually lose the lead again. We lost the lead in the first game and lose it in this one as well. So I pull the switch into Dusclops, and I love switching into Dusclops. Like, if you lose the lead, Dusclops is a really safe switch in no matter what they bring for the most part. Unless if it's, I think, Bashiodon. I mean, everything else is basically good for Dusclops. I mean, if they bring in Steelix, you still have that Fire Punch. If they bring in, as you can see, Mawile, again, Fire Punch. If they bring in another Ghost type, okay, we have Shadow Punch, and we charge up. It takes 4 Hex to charge up to Shadow Punch and Fire Punch, and I do have Hex on mine, so we actually took both of his shields. Dusclops took both shields. Now, we did not win the lead because, you know, we didn't use any shields, and Bite does a lot of damage, but we did force both of the shields, so definitely a good position, in my opinion, turning the lead around. So Dusclops, really, really solid switching. That's why I love this Pokemon tremendously for this cup. Similar to the Jungle Cup, how Vigoroth was a pretty good switching, not all the time, but for the most part. And I feel that way about Dusclops as well. So I love it. Really tanky. It charges up really fast. Not the most powerful moves, but in this meta, I feel like the moves are really good. And as I said, it charges up really fast, so you'll be able to get them off really fast, and it could take hits. It could take even Shadow Ball, so definitely a powerful Pokemon. But anyway, we hit his Poliwrath with Dynamic Punch, and we do actually go ahead and win this one. And now my Poliwrath does have Dynamic Punch and Hydro Pump alongside Bubble. I wish I had Mud Shot, but I don't, so we're just using this one. So yeah, I did delete my moves for these. I don't know if I'm going to keep them for the tournament. We'll see. I'll continue to use them, but we'll see. But either way, for this game, I do lead with my shiny Steelix, loving it. He leads with Bronzong, so he actually goes ahead and fires up a shield. So, let's see, do I shield this one? I do not. I take the Bulldoze, and I knew I could take it. To be honest, I wasn't sure how much damage it would do, but I knew I could take it. So we fire off an Earthquake, not thinking he would block because he blocked the first one, but he does decide to block that, so we do take both shields. So despite losing the lead, we actually are ahead, in my opinion, because we have 2 shields against his 0. So really liking my position, even though we did lose the lead, as I said. We have Dusclops able to take the Psy Shock, and just charging up quite a bit of energy, we're going to be able to fire off this Shadow Punch to knock out the Bronzong, and now we have energy saved up, and we could fire off this Fire Punch. And I thought I might be able to get to another one, and we are able to get to another one. So another Fire Punch ready to go against his Mawile, which will actually knock out Mawile. Didn't think I'd be able to knock out Mawile, but we do. And keep in mind, we still have 2 shields and a Poliwrath, so all we have to do is get to Hydro Pump. And I figured, like, I knew, like, this was actually a Shadow Ball, but I was thinking to myself, okay, even if he baits me with 2 Bone Clubs, whatever, I knew he wouldn't be able to get to two Bone Clubs and a Shadow Ball, so I knew I would use my shields until I got to Hydro Pump. So we do get to Hydro Pump, and we do go ahead and win that. And if you're wondering, I won't mention it again, but we are playing in the Ultra League because I want to increase my badge, as I know he does as well, I think. I know Shagness said she wants to increase her badge, and I know other people do as well. So I'll probably be playing in Ultra and Master League until I get the golds for those. But either way, we're smacked in the face with a Shadow Ball. I do go ahead and try to throw some bait with that Dynamic Punch, hoping he would shield that. So we do catch a shield, and it's really good for us. And because we did that, we're actually able to catch... does he shield again? No, he does not shield again, but we're able to get off another Dynamic Punch. So right now, he hits us with Bone Club. I'm going to block because I knew I could knock him out with Bubble. So now it's basically tied, but we do have the switch advantage. So we'll see what we bring in. I decide to bring in Dusclops. He switches to his Mawile. We get off the Fire Punch before Mawile can even do much damage at all. And I'm going to pull the switch because I want to save my... I don't want my Mawile to go up against his Poliwrath. I want my Mawile... I want my Dusclops to go up against Poliwrath over Mawile. So I try to be a little bit sneaky here. I knock him out, and I'm going to go for my Play Rough, hoping that he would think it was a power-up punch and not block. I was trying to get a sneaky win in there. It doesn't work out because he does use his shield, so at least we take his shield, but trying to get the easy win right there, but it wasn't able to happen, but that's okay. We do bring in Dusclops, and I go ahead and let this attack go off. It is power-up punch. Now, he actually does have Hydro Pump on his Poliwrath, but I didn't know that at this time. So if I knew that, I might have shielded. I'm not sure. But I was thinking he probably had Power Up Punch and Ice Punch. But I actually find out later that it is indeed his Hydro Pump. So I am going to go ahead and shield this one. Again, another Power Up Punch, but that's okay because we do have the Shadow Punch. And we're going to be able to take this game after another Hex. So we do go ahead and win that one, but it was a very close game and a very good game at that. So yeah, so we're going to jump into another one. I do lead with my Mawile, losing the lead again. I lost the lead quite a bit, not just against him. I guess the other opponents just been losing the leads. He switches into his Drift Blim. Going to go straight for that Hydro Pump, hoping he would think it was a Dynamic Punch, and that's what happened because he doesn't shield it. So we do get off that Hydro Pump, so I'm liking the new moves. On my Poliwrath. Let me know what moveset your Poliwrath has. Are you still going with the Power Up Punch, or did you switch it to Dynamic Punch, Hydro Pump, Ice Punch? Let me know in the comments down below. So we're going to fire off another Dynamic Punch to see what we could do to him. He does shield that, so that is good for us. I'm going to go ahead and take this hit. It actually is a Bone Club, so trying to throw some bait my way, not going to happen. Do I shield this one? I do not. I let Poliwrath go down. I could have shielded it and knocked him out, but I decided to let it go down. We keep the shield. He brings in his Poliwrath. I'm actually going to let this go through. It is that Power Up Punch, and then I switch into my Steelix because I know he's not going to be able to knock me out with Power Up Punch plus Bubbles before I get to Earthquake. Now, if he went for the Hydro Pump, he would have been able to knock me out, obviously, but I was counting, so I knew it wasn't. I still decided to throw up the shield because I didn't want to, I don't know. I have a shield and I was at the Earthquake, so there's no reason not to. Earthquake actually doesn't even knock him out. We need one more Dragon Tail, but we do end up knocking him out. And we do take that game as well. So yeah, as I said, tomorrow's battles should be against Shagness. But the reason I use Steve's battles is because it's a longer video with Shagness, so because we did a lot more battles, so I didn't really have time to edit all of that today, so I will be editing that tomorrow. But we do throw the Fire Punch his way, and we're going to throw another Fire Punch against his Steelix. So he will decide to go ahead and shield that, and I do let this crunch go through because, as you could see, Dusclops super tanky. I could have blocked it and had more energy enough to get more Fire Punches off, but I decide to just let the damage go through, save the shield. He wins the switch advantage, but we do have the shield advantage. but generally speaking, Dusclops does win that if you allow it to go through. Now, I made a mistake there. I did not block that Steelix is Earthquake. Now, I knew he had enough for Earthquake, but I did not block it. I guess I was being a little bit too greedy. I wanted to keep my shields. So here's where I used Slowbro, and that Earthquake definitely cost me, I think. So I just decided, okay, I'm just going to throw up both my shields against his Bronzong. I don't know. I wasn't feeling confident about this game afterwards. Just because I didn't shield that Earthquake. So I do go ahead and get off this Water Pulse, and I mean, he'll take the damage, does a decent amount, and unfortunately he's able to get off another charge move against me, which is going to be Size Shock. Obviously we could take that, but he still has a shield, and he has Alolan Marowak. Even if he didn't shield this, I don't think this would have knocked out Alolan Marowak. I could be wrong. I don't think it would have. So I think he would have won anyway. But yeah, should have shielded that Earthquake, I guess. So lesson learned. And we're going to go ahead and move on to the next game. But good game nonetheless, obviously. So let's see what happens. So I begin with Poliwrath. He does begin with Bronzong. Again, losing that lead. So we're going to switch out into Dusclops, because as I've mentioned, I love switching into Dusclops. He does bring in his Drift Blim. That's totally okay. We're going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Punch. Obviously, you'd never like blocking a Shadow Punch. He does get off his move. I knew it wasn't Shadow Ball. At least I didn't think it was, because I was counting, so I thought it was only the Ominous Wind, as it was. So we're going to go ahead and get off another Shadow Punch and try to get to another one, as we do. So we took one shield and we get to another Shadow Punch, and that's going to be met with a shield. And so we do take both of his shields. He wins Switch Advantage, but again, I'm okay with that because we took both his shields. Now I know he has enough for a Shadow Ball for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and throw up my shield. Could be Ominous Wind, could be Shadow Ball. I was thinking probably Shadow Ball, so I did go ahead and block that. And I'm going to switch immediately. He actually switches immediately, but again, that's a Hex version, so it's not Fire, Fire Spin, excuse me. Both are good, but because it's not Fire Spin, it's not going to do as much to my Mawile, so we're able to just bite away at this Alolan Marowak. Unfortunately, he does get off his Bone Club, but we're able to take it. So he will bring in that Bronzong, and gonna go ahead and go straight for this Power Up Punch just to increase my bite damage. Unfortunately, he does have his charge move, but that's okay because he went for the Size Shock now. I thought I could get to my Dynamic Punch before he got to his charge move and win, and that is exactly what happened. So Poliwrath does beat Bronzong, and that will be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.